What's up, y'all? It is Cam and
Gorgeous.
we back with another podcast.
So last time I was gassing up Tyler Perry, right? Like, let's go see Straw. Let's go, Tyler Perry. Let me meet you at the studios. All of this and all of that. Tyler Perry is being sued. Yes, Tyler Perry is being sued, y'all, for $260 million for assault.
Since we talking about it, let's talk about P. Diddy. Have you been watching any of P. Diddy recent trial, recent anything? Have you caught any of it?
I haven't been. I have listened to other podcasts about it where he was in court. I think with, what's her name? Who he's supposed to assault in the hotel?
Cassie Ventura.
Yeah, I heard a little snippet about her bringing up some more charges. Like, she just got really excited on some more stuff. But there's a lot going on with that.
It's too much going on. Honestly, I didn't want to watch it. But it's hard to stay away from because the media is covering it so crazy. But it's like, it is a lot. And I could have sworn he gave her a settlement. But whatever settlement she got, I don't know if that keep you from putting more lawsuits in. Or I don't know. It is too much. Honestly,
Yeah,
it's too much. For one person.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say. Like, the last thing I heard...
Cheers.
What?
The
last thing I heard was Kanye West came and tried to visit him, but they had him in the observation room, so he couldn't go into the courtroom. So he has Kanye West support, allegedly, right? And his sons and everybody, they was in observation room. His son wore a Free Diddy shirt. He did get in a little bit of trouble one of his trial days when he kept doing like head motions to the jury, and the judge didn't like that. So the judge said, if you do it again, I'm gonna have to kick you out. But the next time he went to court, when he did it, the judge didn't mess with him after that. I guess he felt like it was a natural thing for him to do. His reaction's natural. It's not like he's trying to intimidate the juries or he's trying to persuade them in any way. He's just, doing head nods. And to be fair and frank, P. Diddy is older. He's not a young guy. No disrespect, you know what I'm saying? We all get old one day, but he's not a 20-year-old. He's not the 20-year-old Diddy. He's... 50, 60, he's getting up there. So
it's about 60.
I'm just saying, so there's no telling what his gestures mean at this point in time, right?
You don't know. He probably not even listening. You don't tell him what's going on.
I mean, you get a certain age.
That man mind. Yeah, and all those accusations, he probably thinking, nah, I ain't even do that. Where did we all get that from?
It's a lot. I will say this. They did report that in the home during the raid, they had 200 bottles of baby oil. And
you really believe that?
And this was supposed to be in the courts. Right. So during the raid.
That's so crazy.
Well, they gotta have pictures, right? Well, wait. Then they said it was a massive amount. I can't tell you what the amount is. It probably was less than 200. Astroglide. They had a massive amount of Astroglide as well. You know what I'm saying?
That's for like purposes.
Yeah. So I'm just saying this. If they sold that, it's not illegal. He is a billionaire. So
he liked to party, clearly. And other people do too. Because you wouldn't have massive amounts of it if nobody was using it.
And I was thinking maybe he's selling it.
Well, they definitely using it. Because he wouldn't have all of it.
Or maybe they not using it. That's why it's still there.
Well, don't he have parties very often? They probably get
Probably not recently.
Oh, yeah. Well, maybe not recently. But I'm saying they getting used for him to order.
Maybe, but think about it like this. Now, you done bought some stuff you didn't use. Think about it like this. He bought some stuff, right, at one point in time. He bulk orders, right, because he's a billionaire.
Right.
I'm not excusing him. We're not talking about the allegations. We're just talking about the oil and the Astro. So he bought this stuff, right?
Okay.
He puts it in his closet, forgets about it, because he a billionaire, and he making moves, right?
That's true.
But at that point in time, maybe he was having them Astro parties and them...
Well, no, I mean, technically, we know we got family members that do stuff like that, overbuy and forget about it. Not do stuff like that, but overspend.
Right, just buy. You overspend.
Maybe you're a party coming up, and he was like, forgot he already had 200 of the last.
From the last party.
200. And was like, hey, dang, I got double. So y'all really gotta, So you might give
You're
2 bottles of pee for one person.
You're a billionaire. You're a famous billionaire. You need tissue. If you go get the tissue yourself, which he probably don't go get it himself, you might have an assistant go get the tissue. You gonna keep sending your assistant? Is your assistant gonna keep going out every week to get tissue? You a billionaire. Your assistant gonna get a bulk of tissue.
We might go get a 12 roll.
But as a billionaire,
right,
you gonna go get a 1,200.
roll.
That's all I'm saying.
And you ain't gotta go back to the store for what? Maybe even 6 months or 5 months, 4 months. I just don't see nobody like run up the street and go grab me a pack of tissue.
It ain't gonna happen.
Or run up the street, go grab me one of those baby oils.
So yeah,
you can buy Walmart out, I guess.
first of all, baby oil. Baby oil is baby oil. Let's not make baby oil more than what it is. But
I think it's for the.
But the Astroglide, I don't know. I think it was called Astroglide. I don't know about that. They also found drugs. So they found a drug called MD. I think it's like a type drug. So they did find some drugs as well. Those were the main things that they found that I felt.
That makes sense.
Oh, a bunch of guns. But at the end of the day, it was in a security room.
Yeah.
So he has security. He has licensed security men, women, but
yes, right.
They have multiple guns. So they have a room with multiple guns. So they show that. Like I said, it's a billionaire. So it's like you're going to see certain things.
And you're prepared for whatever. I know when I throw a party at my house, I like to buy things that we all can enjoy, that we all are interested in. And even when it comes down to the food, if I know you like baked chicken and somebody else like fried, I'll have bacon and fried. So anybody who's hosting, it's not that so much that I'm agreeing with anything that's said that he shouldn't be doing. But if I put myself in someone's shoes that was throwing parties and hosting, being that I have my own, I like to appeal to my guests. So if that's what is going on with his guests, he's going to have everything available because he has the money to do so for his guests. Not to say it makes it right, but it makes sense.
Okay.
It makes sense.
I agree.
Yeah.
I don't know what all he was into, but he probably was too nice as well. He might have had some people around him that was into certain things as well that he was trying to cater to. Yeah, and that could have got him in trouble as well. Because a lot of times, sometimes it's not the actual person, depending on what it is. Sometimes it's the people around them that they're making decisions for. So that could be a thing too. Trying to please people.
He got billionaires just as rich, if not more rich than him coming to his stuff. He got Prince.
Exactly.
Fellows princes coming, and he got a lot of very important politicians. A lot of very important people are showing up at his party. You think he's not going to accommodate them?
I don't think.
Or request it, or his staff make sure everybody's good, even if he don't have nothing to do with it personally.
I don't think all his parties were bad. I think in between the partying, he probably did some things that were questionable or that were probably like you doing too much. But I don't think every person that came to the party was into the extras. You know what I'm saying? I think the extras probably took place here and there in certain areas with certain people, and it just hit the fan, you know. And as far as anything else he's getting accused of, I don't know. You know, it's not like I know him for real. I'm just saying, I just know how the common mind can be sometimes when you're just a human being. All that is interesting. We'll see how it go, y'all. It's gonna be a roll.
I almost feel a little bad for P. Diddy. I mean, I know people probably looking like, what? Mouth dropping right now. Right. But I do feel bad. I don't know what wrong turn he took, but I feel like that's messed up. Just the whole thing is just a mess.
I feel a little bad for him too, only because it's just a lot. Like, it's just a lot that only one human can take. And he's got so much put on him, and there's so many people coming forward. Like, this happened to me with Diddy. This happened, like, now it's like some Me Too movement, literally. Like, and it's a target. They target him. They kind of targeting him. You know what I'm saying? I hate to say it like that, but that's just the truth. You know, but I'm not saying that he didn't do anything wrong. I'm not saying that he didn't hurt some people, but it is a little over. It's people are really reaching as far as the media go. I'm not saying in court, I don't know. You know, court is a different ball game. It's not like the media. Like, a person can jump on the camera and say this, and this. Don't mean that it's gonna stand in court. You know what I'm saying? Court is a totally different ball game. So as far as the court system go and what he's fighting in the court system, I don't know, because I'm not reading that stuff enough and I'm not there. But I just, you know, if he is innocent, I hope that sooner than later he get his justice. And for the people that got hurt, I hope they get their justice too. You know, the punishment don't have to be
clear some things
end all.
Because I feel like everything is probably not all on him either. So it's like, okay, I did this. I'm already bad. You're making me bad. Like, you know, so you said that's a lot to blame one person for. He needs some kind of help with all of this. He can do all of that by himself.
He clearly is an octopus.
Yes. And more arms than octopus.
But I think the whole point is they're trying to be a thing where he's the leader, you know, he's I guess it's like a RICO type charge or whatever the case is. You're the leader. All this is happening because of you. It's very important to know when you start having influences on people, if they doing certain things, you got to nip that in the butt or get on up out of there. Or if you got to report, because if you don't and it continue to happen, they're going to say it was you financed it, you allowed it. It's almost like you being a parent of a minor. If your minor go out and do something, now you could be liable, you know, for neglect, back on you. For a lot of things. So
that makes sense.
That's how it is when you run a business. That's how it is when you become a celebrity. That's how it is.
On everything.
And your face on everything. Oh, it's you. And the reality of it is, it's not just you.
No, because he has a team and it's people all around shooting their own moves. One person can't control everything, y'all. It's just not possible. Yeah. You know, and then you talking about a big old multimedia owner or whatever. It's only so much you can control. Yeah. Before it get out of hand, you know? Yeah. Seriously. We on a roll with this thing. So we got your Mr. Pot Scraper, Boss Man D-Lo.
Oh, we talking about my last
messages telling y'all stop texting. What is wrong? We got Timmy Benson, which is a social media influencer who's known for doing makeup on social media and makeup tutorials and twerking. But Timmy Benson is bad. Nice.
She bad.
Very nice looking. Is a trans. Yeah.
Okay, trans woman.
Very nice looking. And Boss Man D-Lo got in that inbox and got the going.
Thing is, did he know that she was trans?
Well, that's what the text messages are supposed to prove. That it was well aware that he was trans, and Tim basically felt like Boss Man D-Lo was trying to get in where he fit in without spending no money. So now he decided, oh, I'm going to expose you and you don't want to spend no money?
Allegedly.
Put him on blast, and it was like this controversy just basically sitting around like, why would you do him like that? You don't know if he was ready to, you know, talk about sexuality. Because in the industry, granted, it's a lot of, because we'll consider it download, but granted, it's a lot of
upload, up high.
People in the industry that decides they don't want to talk about it. Like we were speaking on Tyler, and he's an older guy. Boss Man D-Lo is a very young guy. So he has probably his reasons, if allegedly he is that way, why he don't want to speak about his personal, behind closed doors lifestyle.
Affairs. Okay, so allegedly this is what this is. Well, he wasn't supposedly caught. He wasn't caught together with him. But however, that's pretty good enough.
Good. Well, that's him. So you get an idea of who we're talking about. Very, very attractive.
Trans woman.
Yeah.
I call them drag queens.
Okay.
But I guess she wouldn't consider herself a drag queen, because I think a drag queen is somebody who dresses up, but they still operate as a male during most of their life. But trans woman, she probably looks like that 24/7. But trans woman, I really don't like that word, so I say drag queen, because I mean, let's uplift the community. Why not? Yeah, you know. Yeah. But I just feel like, one, he don't want to come out. I'm not gonna say he don't want to come out, because I don't know if he's on that type of time or not. Okay. I'll just say I understand the image thing in his case. It's a little different from Tyler Perry, because you know he got a certain type of image, gangster, rapper, thug. You can't really, I'm not gonna say thug, more so hustler, because he don't give off thug vibes in his music. And this is all art, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying this is really him, but his artistry is about hustle. It's about being on your bag. It's about I like women. Yeah, for sure. Not to discredit a trans woman, but just saying from what I've seen,
born a female woman.
Regular cis type woman, and that's kind of how he raps. So I think that his image is giving off the complete opposite of the LGBTQ type community as far as dealing with them in that way. So I can see why he wouldn't want nobody to know about that, if that is the case. Yeah, that's one of them
I think I would have left him alone. I think I would have kept that. I don't know. I mean, it's just a time in life now that people just want to expose everything. Like, no more secret. I kind of don't like that because I feel like people are entitled to their privacy. Just because I decided I wanted to come out and talk to you or get your interests or get to know you, it's like, boom, exposed. What happens to privacy? What's wrong with privacy?
That's the internet. We on the internet. The internet is like that. I don't know. It's like a world of its own where everybody want to put everything on the internet and want to expose people, like you said. I don't agree neither.
I'm not with it. I think people are entitled to their privacy.
I believe so too. And also, you just make it bad for him to move forward. Like, if that's what he was into, or if that's the type of people he wanted to talk to, you just made it bad for him. Because now he
might have trusted him. He probably saw something in Tim, allegedly, if this really happened. It might have saw something in him and was like, I might feel comfortable. Maybe he thought you were very down to earth. You never know where people are coming from.
Well, this is how I feel about it too. Like, as a LGBTQ member, right? I get everybody's different, but we want to be respected, accepted. We want certain rules and laws to apply to us. And I'm just saying us. I don't think like everybody else, but I'm just putting myself in it, right? But we scream this in the community so much. But then again, you turn around when somebody is, whether they in the community, not in the community, they're interested in you in some type of way, and you turn around and expose them.
Yeah.
You know, which makes you look bad.
Definitely.
It makes people in the community look bad, to the point where people don't want to trust people in the LGBTQ community with their feelings and thoughts and things like that.
Yeah, because I would think if you couldn't go to nobody else, you could go to your own kind. Right?
Well, we don't know if...
I'm just saying, in general, if that was the case. I mean, if you can't go to anyone else, you should be able to go to where you can relate and feel safe there.
I agree. Maybe he saw something in her, because some people just attracted to people. They're not thinking about genitals and things like that. So he probably just attracted to her as a person. So he probably saw her and was like, she's beautiful. Like you said, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? But you didn't expose this man over a bag or over some money. So now he like, man, I ain't gonna never, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna never do that again. But he probably didn't care. You know, he probably didn't care. He probably didn't.
Yeah, and I can believe that. Like I said, it happens every day, and people in the industry as well, on status levels that I remember back in the day, like the Biggie Smalls video, which was the main woman in the video was trans, also a woman of one of the directors of that video. So it happens, it's going on, and it's okay. So I feel like, everybody's like getting their in a bunch about that.
Right.
I mean, you should have a conversation, and that conversation be between you and him.
No, that's facts. You should keep it. You shouldn't expose nobody, man. Especially if they don't want to be exposed. You know what I'm saying?
And you know that person don't want to be exposed because they're coming off like they're sneaking, allegedly. So you know the person don't want it out there because everybody would already know, right?
Facts.
So, and that's okay. I feel like you're entitled, but it's sad that people have to keep things to themselves like that and have to deal with that alone.
It's really immature, and to be honest, we the only people that do this. Like African Americans, we the only ones that sit on the internet and sit up there and be like, he with a trend. Like, we the only ones that do this. Okay. Go to the pictures back in ancient times. They was wrapped up together in sheets. All the men. Those are people. Been around for a very, very long time, since the beginning of humanity. It's animals. It's not going nowhere. We keep acting like it's brand new. I don't understand that.
Yeah, that's true.
We act like it's brand new. It's been around since humanity.
Right.
It's going to be around after 2025. It's not going nowhere. Let people be who they are.
Yeah.
As long as they're not harming nobody and harming you, it's nothing to talk about. If that man wanted
two adults consenting to wanting to be together, I mean, it's cool. It shouldn't be an exposed thing at this point. It should be just
my point.
He like me, I like him, vice versa.
The exposure is the fact that he didn't want to spend no money on her, and he walking around saying, I got this, I got that. Okay, let that be the exposure.
Let that be that. Okay. Yeah.
Feel me? But he messing with a trans woman, should I say?
And to be quite honest, maybe that was Tim's direction he was going in. I just want to let y'all know he don't want to spend no money. Maybe it wasn't about that. Maybe the media got involved and made it about his.
That's fact.
Not quite sure.
The internet's something different. The internet could have did that.
Made a big deal out of it. I can tell you made a big deal out of the money bill, for sure.
Okay.
Which is where his sexuality, all of this came about.
Got you.
So
this making sense. That's making sense.
Yeah. So I'm not sure.
So y'all know about. I'm gonna talk about it. Even though right now they're not getting a lot of buzz, they still getting a decent amount.
Who was that?
Krishan Rock, Blueface.
Oh, okay.
Krishan Rock.
I know they got something else going on now recently.
Well, Blueface is in prison.
Okay.
He should supposedly be getting out at the end of this year.
Okay.
I think he did about 3-something years. I don't know. You know, he had a decent sentence. So Krishan Rock had his baby, right before he went to prison.
Okay.
Immediately when she was posting her son, people started saying he has fetal alcohol syndrome.
Okay.
I think that's how you say it. Fetal alcohol syndrome disorder, I guess that's how you say it. FASD, something like that. And people have been talking about it for a long time on the internet. They're saying his developmental stages are very slow.
Oh my goodness.
And they're basically like, she drunk and smoked weed throughout her pregnancy. That's what everybody's saying. Yeah. And then there are clips and pictures online to show her kind of drinking with a baby, partying and stuff while she was pregnant. And allegations, not sure. We don't know what's in the cup, of course, but that's what we're going off of. So she doesn't really post them, but she just started posting a little bit more because I guess she's starting to get into streaming. She's doing a lot of Facebook posts. Okay. So you can follow her on Facebook, or y'all can follow her. Y'all probably already following her. And she's posting her son more, but her son is almost 2 years old. He's not walking. Okay. Or she haven't posted him walking. He's not talking, or she haven't posted him talking. So only thing he do is like, yeah, he's very cute, but he's like, So they were saying some of his features were like the features of a baby who has fetal alcohol syndrome and things like that. And
saying, I was like, is it autism? But
right.
They probably would have said autism. I mean, she probably would have said it herself if he was autistic, because that's a common thing that have been going on with kids.
Well, this is the internet diagnosing her child. Basically. Okay. So we're not going to say that this is what's going on. Okay. She has taken to the internet and she has said, hey, y'all trying to diagnose my baby on the internet. My bad, there's nothing wrong. This is when he's first born. There's nothing wrong with my baby. The doctor would have told me, things like that. As the baby gets a little older, she hasn't really said much. She just said that basically the internet is cruel, and she took a long span of time where she wasn't posting her son. And then she just started posting him a little bit more recently. Oh yeah, people are very, very mean, especially on the internet. But her son is a very beautiful child.
Yeah, she's very nice looking. Both of them.
Yes, Krishan is, and I'm just giving a compliment. So yeah, all of them are very good looking people. Yeah. But the developmental stages of her baby, people are just talking about it a lot online, basically saying she is probably the cause of what her baby is going through right now. Because if you drink within a certain period of time after you conceive, your child brain and stuff like that is affected by that, and it doesn't develop right. I mean, it's just honest to God truth. So they end up having special needs throughout their life. Yeah. So everybody feel like she's basically in denial. She's not admitting that this is what's going on. And, I hate to say it, the internet, even though the internet talk a lot of crap, and a lot of times they do take things and run with it, and sometimes it's not true. But sometimes it's almost like when a bunch of people come together and say it's a cow, it end up being a cow. You know what I mean? Right. It's kind of like that kind of thing. Yeah. So I just wanted to put that out there. But I am going to tune into her Twitch. She is supposed to be streaming and stuff like that. So I am going to tune into it and watch her because I like her. I think she's very entertaining. I like Krishan Rock as a person. I think she gets attacked a lot.
She does.
And not just on the internet, just the people around her.
Yeah. Attacks her.
And she's like in her early 20s. She's young. Like, it's kind of like,
it's like, why
weird.
Are you attacking her?
Yes.
And because she's, straightforward, and I really don't know, because she seems to be very straightforward, get straight to the point. I'm really not sure.
I think because she's young, and maybe she's a little nice and just a little too trusting, that she gets attacked, by certain people that may be jealous or may just don't have the best intentions for her. So, like I said, I like Krishan. I want to see her grow. I think she'll do really well on the internet. I think she'll do really well standing on her own 2 feet. And I'm a fan of her. I'm a fan of all of them, but I am a fan of Krishan Rock. I do want to see her do well. And there's nothing wrong with posting your son, whatever the case may be with her son. Exactly.
I mean,
and you don't owe nobody nothing.
Right. Everybody gonna enjoy theirs, so enjoy your child, and they are a blessing. So
period. Just straight like that. I got some real tea though. Cardi B and Stefon Diggs.
Okay.
Cardi B and Stefon Diggs. I know you said you didn't know about the recent tea with them.
No.
So Cardi B and Stefon Diggs have been dating. They've been dating for a while. And between them dating, she ended up having Offset last child. Okay. So, and also allegedly was married to Offset still while I guess, dating Stefon is what the fans are saying.
Right.
So they was, I guess, having them a little relationship. When she had the baby, her and Stefon started popping out together. Cardi B filed for her divorce, which her and Offset had been going back and forth throughout the years anyway, because there's a lot of allegations as far as Offset being a cheater.
Okay.
So that's been a big old thing. I know you heard about the Tasha K thing, the whole suit that happened with that between Cardi B and her. A lot of that was because Tasha was putting things on her show, allegedly, about Offset and, you know, just going deep into things as far as
what they had going on.
Yeah, exactly. So anyway, her and Stefon is supposed to be dating or in a relationship at this point. However, everybody going crazy on the internet. They like, you don't need to be dating Stefon because Stefon basically is a ladies' man. He's on the same
type of time.
He on the same type of time as Offset. Probably worse. You know what I'm saying? Allegedly, right? But that's how it's coming off. And Cardi B has 3 children with Offset. Offset has an additional 3 children with another woman. So he has 6 children in total. Okay. And Stefon Diggs, I believe, has 1. But the T, it's a lot of T, actually.
Right.
And we're going to say the first T with it. The first T is basically that Stefon Diggs was recorded, spotted, seen on the boat with some females, like 3 females, okay? They was in his face, they got on bathing suits, all that, right? They on the boat, of course. Cardi B not in the picture at this point. I think she was earlier, but on this particular scene, she's not in it.
Okay.
And they just all in his face, you know what I'm saying? It look a little flirtatious, but at the end of the day, he pulls out a bag of something, like a small little concealed bag of something, and that something is pink, right?
Okay.
Supposedly a powder substance.
That's the new,
The new what?
Oh, that's the new dope.
So supposedly called pink powder. I'm gonna try not to say the actual word, but that's what it's supposed to be.
I can't remember where I heard of that, but
it's a supposedly a synthetic brand of you know what?
Right.
Coca-Cola. Okay. Right. And he passes it to one of the ladies and he like, you can kind of read his lips a little bit, can't really hear what he's saying, but it seemed like he's saying, y'all, you know, go have fun and don't take it all kind of thing like that.
Right.
Embarrassing, right? So
Lord.
Everybody talking about it because y'all know he is in the NFL. You know, they even asked the coach about it. What do you think about this? There's a video going around with Stefon Diggs. He is passing around this pink powdery substance and things like that. So he like, yeah, I seen the video.
Not allegedly, it's a video. Actually,
it's an actual video
of him doing it.
It's an actual video
that you saw,
that I saw with my own eyes.
Okay,
but I just say allegedly just in case because it could be anything, right? It's a video at the end of the day. It could be anything. But and nowadays they got AI for everything. But it looks like a real video. Right. So that's the first T. The second T is that Stefon Diggs is supposed to have a lady pregnant right now.
Wow, Stefon doing a whole lot.
In the middle of all this, he's supposed to be having a lady pregnant with twins. Exactly. The lady that he got pregnant is posting on Instagram, showing him and her together, talking cash, like, you know, hey, we still messing around. I got twins on the way, whoop-de-whoop. Embarrassing, right? Meanwhile, Cardi B is going off on Offset online, airing out the business, calling him a BITCA, telling him to tell your mama that she raised the BITCA. She going hard, right? Wow. Because, you know, Cardi is from New York, so when she get upset, she goes pretty hard. So, not to say that all New Yorkers do that, but they, you know, the culture there is, you know, women are aggressive. They social. So, Offset kind of quiet. He took to his Instagram, well, his Twitter, one of the two, and basically, Stefon got his hair braided like Offset's son, or his son got his hair braided like Stefon. I don't know which came first, but it went all around the internet because people was talking about it, like, oh my God, Cardi B got her son hair braided like Stefon Diggs. So Offset went online, was like, okay, y'all gonna call me a crash out if somebody basically died behind my son or behind this incident happening. Right. From there, he deletes all his social media. Okay, now Cardi B comes out with a song called, I heard a little bit of it. Yeah, she got a new song out. It's a little sweet. It give me trap beat vibes and her rapping in a certain type of way. But she got a brand new song she just dropped 3 days ago. Let me see what the name of the song is. And you could tell that she is addressing Offset in the song. Outside. That's the name of the song. She got a song called Outside. She basically saying she taking that thing outside. She about to be in these streets. And you this and this and that to Offset. Offset filed for spousal support and he filed to get custody of their daughter, allegedly. Right? So super messy. Right. What about the other two kids? He don't believe they're his? I don't think that's what it is. I think he just... Why you just want the daughter? I was thinking that too. Like, I didn't get that part either, but I don't know. But he's kind of on a type of time where he's like, you know, I don't know. Maybe it's a child support thing. I don't know. She also went online and said that basically he hasn't done nothing for her in a year. She paid all the bills. She take care of the kids. You trying to say that, you know, basically that she's a bad mom, but all the things she do is to take care of her kids. So how could she be a bad mom? She said he hasn't helped her out in a year as far as financially. Where that money going, Offset? Where it's going? He has a big bug.
So, do we
I
have
don't think
some substance too?
allegedly. I don't know what's going on with the pinkness.
Yeah, money.
But yeah, that's what's going on. So it's a lot of drama with that. I'm interested to see where it go. I hate that they all online, and Cardi B been known to go online and put her business out, how she feels and things like that. That's not nothing old for her. That's kind of how she came up, you know, being on the internet, speaking her mind, saying what she say. So that's normal, but it is like, dang, he probably like low key embarrassed. I know, like, because Offset don't go online much as far as his personal life, but he does get talked about a lot. Him and Cardi B has been talked about a lot throughout the years. So I don't know. It's just too messy.
Yeah.
It's too messy, but I wish them both the best.
Yeah, I don't know what to say about that.
Yeah, it's wild.
Yeah, they've been
wilding.
doing this for a minute.
They wilding. Yep.
Okay, we got Angela Simmons.
What about Angela?
Angela Simmons is no longer with Yo Gotti. She did an interview with Angie Martinez. A recent interview.
Okay, so she let the cat out the bag because it was speculation. Now she confirmed it. So what's going on?
They're not together anymore. She basically, in a nutshell, was trying to say, you know, you can't believe everything you see. You can't believe the hype. She don't want to say. I think she did say she broke up with him, but I guess she felt like she had to, and she didn't want to really. You know, she says when she loves hard, and she liked to work things out. But I guess whatever, it couldn't be worked out. Apparently, they're not together. But Angie did make a good point because she was saying something like things are not as they appear. But their relationship was kind of centered around like a fairy tale type. I made a song and mentioned her name. I got a crush on her, and now here you are, and y'all taking pictures and y'all doing y'all thing and looking good and looking happy. But she just basically can't believe everything you see. It's like it kind of sounded like it was just a different story behind closed doors. But she don't want to say. She said she would never do that, air out anybody or put anybody out there a certain kind of way that she cared about. So she won't say exactly what it is or what happened in that relationship.
I like Angela Simmons. I'm glad she did come out and do her, because she had a whole thing she was running. I don't know if she's still doing it, where she was doing some type of cooking. She was doing something with her own brand.
She's still doing. Yeah.
Yeah, but I think that
music. She writes music. She does something for other people.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So she into music some kind of way.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Well, you know she's Russell Simmons' niece.
Yeah.
She's
Ron's daughter.
Yeah. When he said he got a crush on Angela in that song, that was years ago. So it's two things. I think they were talking back then and it was private, or they literally linked up years later, right? And he got his wish, right? Because he said he had a big crush on her. I do want to know the tea. Fortunately, she's not going to do that. And that's a great thing. She professional. You know, they whole family come off as professionals at the end of the day. So I respect that. She confirmed that they wasn't together. So that's a good thing. They just really got popping as far as social media and showing themselves. They made a music video together. I don't know if you've seen it. Them being out shopping on the water.
Yeah, they would look like they were very
a power
very
couple.
Happy. Yeah, they're doing their thing, but things aren't always what they seem.
It ain't always what it seems.
Yeah. It's the real world out here. But like Angie Martinez was saying to her, like, y'all did create a fantasy to a certain extent that other girls would look up to, like, oh, this happened like this, and look at them now, you know. But I guess it wasn't really.
Definitely a love story.
Like
Definitely a love story I wanted to see.
Yeah.
For sure. I wanted to see that.
Angela is pretty cool. She's real transparent. I saw from that interview. She's like, seemed to be very honest, open, and regular. She like, people would try to date her thinking she was like something else. And she was like, I don't know how men see me, because she's been told that when a guy get with her, she's not like what they expect.
Wow.
So Angie like, what do you think they expect? She like, I don't know, but I'm just me. I'm regular. Like, the fantasy they have of me is not me when they get to know me.
Right.
So, that was real transparent. That was pretty cool to be like, I'm just human, I don't wake up like this all the time, And I think that's maybe the same thing, maybe she was in reference to Yo Gotti. I'm not saying that's what she's trying to say, but in a way it do seem like it.
Right.
You say that, like, whatever he thought of me is not what it was, and vice versa.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, I guess wish them both the best on a single journey. We're not gonna get another love couple, I don't know, to win. I mean, what's bigger than Jada and Will? Even them, they have struggles. Stuff started coming out about them, but they still stay solid in the public eye for the most part.
Yeah, like they still rock with each other for what we do.
Just like back in the day when Grandma and Grandpa got together, the kids, from what we all knew, they still was rocking. Feel me? The family came together. Grandma and Grandpa still was rocking. Yeah. Nowadays, you can't get that. You can't get that.
And the kids didn't know what was going on either. We had to lead their own.
Exactly.
So we don't even know what kind of problems they had.
It just seemed perfect.
Yeah, it just seemed like he's still here.
He's still here.
Come here. He come home every day.
Nowadays, the woman is taking off.
Right.
You get them a couple dollars.
So
crazy. So I'm gonna talk about Trump and presidency, Trump administration. I'm not gonna talk about Trump himself. I am gonna talk about what we're going through as a country and what is going on currently right now as far as being said on the news and allegations, things like that. Okay. So our president right now, it looks like we have bombed the Iran country. If I'm saying this wrong, forgive me, but I believe it's Iran. Iran and Israel was beefing. Okay. And I guess we stepped in and bombed their nuclear facilities that Iran had, because I guess our president and his administration felt like they was a threat, and Iran supposedly, allegedly came forward in the media and said, we will retaliate against this. I guess in a way America is preparing for a war. Okay. I don't want it to be a war because all these nuclear weapons that is going on now, they already said and predicted if we were to go into a war, it would be like a World War III around this time. We ain't trying to see that, you know. But amongst that going on, you got the No Kings protest that took place last weekend. Okay. But to celebrate the military, the army and things like that, he threw this big old parade that cost millions and millions of dollars. Also, the anti-ICE raid protest took place last week as well, which is still kind of carrying on.
The what protest?
It's called the anti-ICE protest.
Okay.
So all this started because allegedly the government is allowing, or the Trump administration wanted ICE, which is an agency, over immigrant. Okay. So they're trying to get all the illegal immigrants out of the country. And in doing so, they were targeting certain areas like Home Depot, schools, public areas where people feel shouldn't have never been targeting to get these illegal immigrants out of the country or under the law, I guess. Okay. You know. So that's where everything started from. Now, some of the biggest states with a lot of immigrants would be California and New York. So in the middle of all of this, California was one of the states that got targeted the hardest. Okay. And they started protesting, but the protesting ended up becoming violent over the weekend. Same with New York. Okay. So in the meantime, between Trump and the administration and his responses during his questioning, is just like they standing on business. They stand on business when it comes to it. If you're in this country illegally, they like, look, you're getting deported. You will be facing charges. There's certain things you will not be doing in this country. Okay. So that's some of the things that's going on within our government, within our country, basically. So what do you think about it as far as, let's just start with the ICE raids towards immigration. What do you think about that?
I feel like we all illegal. At this point.
Wow, because everybody immigrant?
Pretty much. I mean, if you start way back from even how everything was formed and done, it was like people on this land that got took over. I mean, it's always been a war story. Right. It's getting taken over, putting people out, kicking people out, captivating, enslaving. Right. That's the U.S.
That's a part of it.
You know, so I kind of, when we get into politics, I kind of just steer back away because it just get real sticky, and it just seems like a game a lot of times of power, and I guess more power than anything, and control. I had to say it like that, but do any of us matter? You know, I think because you can call us Americans that we just belong, but I feel like we come from a long line and races of where I don't think we belong, and we're not being well taken care of either way. So
the ICE agents, I forget what ICE stands for completely, but they're in charge of getting the illegal, supposed to be illegal immigrants. So people who have crossed over, who are staying in America illegally, meaning they don't have their paperwork right, or they're trying to call them criminals, but all of them are not criminals, is what we're finding, or what people are saying in the media. But they're saying basically they're criminals because they broke the law by being in America illegally. So you go over, for example, to another state, but you need a passport to be there, and you don't have a passport. So now you're there illegally, now you're trespassing, now you're basically an illegal immigrant breaking the law. So they're there to target those people.
I was trying to make it clear, even to myself, that I don't know the best way to put that. I feel like we all in that jam.
Facts. A lot of people originally we supposed to
have paperwork. I mean, because we just were born here through ancestors. But I mean, kind of one of them things where we don't know where we come from. It's just that you know where these particular people come from in this day and age, and decided you need to put your, stuff on the paperwork. But it's probably with the things that they have to go through to stay in the country. Because I feel like here you say you're an illegal immigrant, and then you give them the best care and benefits when they are legal. If I get my paperwork together, I can come over here and make more money and benefit better from this country than the people who are from here, who are U.S. citizens. So depending on what their situation is, I'm sure there's a reason why their paperwork ain't straight.
I guess each situation different.
Yeah.
And it varies between people. And I guess that's people's argument that some people feel like immigrants come here and they get better treatment than people that's born here. And some people feel like they not in our way, let them stay. Like, it's different opinions. And I do agree with you as far as politics go. You can't really take a side. And not only that, it's so much, I'm not going to say corruption, but it's so much going on in politics that we as regular people don't understand because we're just not there. We're not in the mix. So it's like we're being told whatever from whoever, and we're hearing multiple stories, don't know what the truth is, but you try to put as much together as you can to try to get some of the truth, but we don't really know what's going on for real. It's just something that's being talked about a lot. It's a very controversial time for us as America. It's been crazy since we have, it's been crazy since crazy, but since we have had the election, I mean, it's been crazy.
I mean, they say our vote count. I'm not going to discourage anybody about voting or myself, but they say it counts, but I wonder if it counts. I don't feel like the majority gets heard, and we ain't coming up with no new constitution, are we? Everything is just the same. Like you said, it'll be World War III. They had to be a couple before that. I feel like we always in a war. You know what I'm saying?
Or preparing for one.
Or preparing one, whether it's between other countries, whether it's physical, our neighbor, our race, whether it's a spiritual battle. It's always a fight.
And it's sad.
In religion, it's like all of these things, we just can't get along. Can we all just get along?
What happened to peace and humanity and people just being nice to each other and just understanding human nature and just being respectful?
Because I would all think we all have human feelings, regardless of color, creed, nationality, religion. We are human at the end of the day. We all get mad, sad, happy, all alike, right?
Yeah, nobody is a robot.
Maybe not over the same things, but we all have human emotions, and it just seemed like you take all of these people and all these different things and situations, and you still can't find common ground.
Can't. Crazy.
And we all need the same thing. Money.
I thought you were going to say love.
Oh, I get that too.
I thought you were going to say love. Like, it would have been perfect. We all need the same thing. Love. You said we all need the same thing. Money.
We do.
That is funny. We all do need money, though. I need some money. Please like, comment, subscribe, and share so we can all get some money. For real.
Period. That's
Period,
what we need. Hey, Michelle.
Is it tea? Is this tea time?
I can say this in good tea.
Tea time.
I used to date Elba.
Okay. With the accent.
Okay. Yeah, with the accent.
Okay, yep.
Okay, she used to date him. Some people might know that. I guess not too much after that, she says that she dates primarily Caucasian men because they're more interested in her. They love her over African American men. So, but she was on Cam Newton.
That's crazy.
That's crazy, right?
Okay.
She was on a Cam Newton show that some of y'all might know as a football player. She was on a show with him, and she was like on there almost crying and begging and pleading for our black men to just love us and show up.
Word.
Yes. She was at the home. Like, why don't you care? Like, it was just, oh
wait,
my God.
pause.
It was just
Did she cry?
She cried. Because she felt like black men don't love black women. What? They don't show love. They don't support. They don't take care of their kids. Black men out here.
Are you
doing?
Serious?
It's a
Do she got something coming up, like a show or anything coming up? Because a lot of times when celebrities do interviews, it's about that time.
Or it's about that time for them to shine.
But
yeah, but I felt like she was doing way entirely too much. It's a lot of African American men
that do right,
homes and loving and taking care of their family, and she just was balled up and just disbelief. And then she kept saying, "I know you do, Cam. I think he has multiple kids by different women, and from my understanding, he's supposed to be, making sure his woman he's in a relationship now. I don't know if he's married for sure or whatever." I didn't get the gist of that. I was just so blown away with the crying that our black men are not showing up for us. Wait. She don't understand.
Oh my God. I hate to laugh because it's not funny, but
She had a whole meltdown.
I think this is a moment for her. Can we say it's not an aha moment? It's an aha moment for us, but it's like a
reality check, maybe. Well, you know,
she's not going to be able to forget that she did that. People are going to bring that up. They probably went crazy in the comment section.
the memes is wild. It's wild. They're going crazy over that breakdown or meltdown or something because it was very dramatic. It was very like, where we going with this? And then to turn around and say, I only date white men. So it was like, what's happening, Karen? I don't know what's going on. You're not quite interested in them either yourself. But I don't know. I guess you feel like black men are interested in her. However, I don't know if y'all know that she did all that work to her body and decided to switch and take it out.
Right.
To realize that she need to love herself.
Right.
So that's another thing that I think women don't be honest with themselves about. You don't love yourself. It's not that. How can somebody love you?
Say it again.
You don't love yourself. It's not that they don't love you. You don't love yourself.
Facts.
And she also had a little meltdown about that, realizing that you first have to love yourself.
Fact.
You know, if you want that treatment, and then you just do away with the people who just not gonna respect you. You just separate those. But in all of us, we have to care about who we are. And you built up an image based on what you look like, assuming that you was gonna get certain treatment. And when you didn't, you're not showing up for me.
Chill. Look. So listen.
Sorry.
No, I got you. But listen,
she put all of that out, and now the white guys are showing up for her.
Yeah, well, guess what? This is what we gonna say.
What?
First of all, I know people went crazy over there in the comment section.
Yeah.
I know black guys felt the way. Black women might even felt the way.
Yeah.
And white guys probably like, it's our time. But at the end of the day, a dog is a dog. So let's just get that out there. But for real, when it comes to that, she entitled to love who she want to love. Definitely. And that's on the positive note. Because I want to say something positive. Okay. She entitled to love who she want to love, just like people pick their own. Like we were talking about earlier about sexual preference orientation. If you want a Caucasian man, you should be able to date a Caucasian man. You know, that's what your cup of tea is. But to bash all black men, it ain't what's up. To bash all black people ain't what's up, because the media is different than real life. Like, don't get me wrong, there's certain things that we do see amongst our communities and within our communities that's like, okay, we can work on this, but at the same time, African Americans as a whole get attacked a lot. We don't get a lot of support when it comes to mainstream media and things like that. So it's a little harder for us, and it's a little harder for us to be seen in a positive light. So, you know, you can't look at us from news, you can't look at us from the internet, you can't look at us just from what's being seen on TV. You got to really be out here in these communities, and it's a lot of black communities, it's a lot of black fathers, it's a lot of black men standing up for their women, it's a lot of black men being there for their children. No, they're not perfect, nobody's perfect. White men not perfect, Mexican men are not perfect, for sure, as well as the women. And
it's given, who's your therapist? Because I think you need your money back.
How do you know she have a therapist?
I mean, she needs one. I'm sorry, Kay. She looked good. So she had everything removed out. She went through a lot. That's a positive note.
Maybe she was drinking.
She went through a lot. She was sipping. But even in that sip, it was just like...
It was a lot. I gotta go watch it.
Either she hasn't been seeing her therapist that often, because it was just too... I think I get when you see certain situations and you can pinpoint that man or that woman that's not doing their job, and you could say, like, you need to do better with your family.
Right.
But, you know, she took a group of men and just threw them under the bus and just, like, y'all not showing up for us at all. And I beg to differ that every man, well, you're not even dating black men, so you're just looking at the few that you see or the amount you see in your presence.
Yeah, where is she getting her information from to make her feel the way that she feel? If you now started dating white men, what's his name? The actor? I don't know if he considers himself as a black man. I get he's black, but isn't he from another country?
Yeah, like London or something.
Yeah, so he is from a different country, so he's not a black American man. And when you say black, we're not talking about Africans, I don't think. We're talking about black people that were born in America, that's been here for some decades, right? Family been here for some decades. We're considered black people because we've accepted that title, African American / black people.
From London.
So he's from London, but I don't know who all she has dated neither. She might have dated...
He's British.
He's British. Okay, so he's a British...
He's African, not American.
He's a British African man. No disrespect, we don't know exactly, but Google says he's British, or he's from Britain, right? London.
Well, he's from London. kingdom.
Okay.
United Kingdom.
So, see, people call skin color black.
Right.
If you have melanin in your skin, is a certain tone, you're black. But at the end of the day, that is not a person's race. For real. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of us don't even know our race because we are mixed people.
That's why I said we all illegal.
Facts. if you black in America, you might be a little mixed up. And you go get your blood checked, go online and get your DNA because you probably mixed up somewhere in there. We some mutts, man. We are, you know. So I don't know exactly who she's speaking of. She probably has some bad experiences. She probably seen some stuff online. She probably feel how she feel with some African American men she came across.
Which is why she changed.
But they all not the same. And I agree with you when you say, and she also said, love yourself. That's the moral of the story. When you take time out to love yourself in between those relationships, or when you're not with somebody, and even if you with somebody, make sure you taking time out for yourself, get to know yourself, love yourself, decide what you like, because you really do get lost in people. Yeah, you can lose yourself.
I think that's what's happening, not focusing much on yourself, and you get, like you said, lost in people. Maybe make the wrong choice of people at the time. Maybe that's a sit down time, quiet time, and not a dating time. It's hard to say where that energy is coming from.
Yeah.
You know, because we are not the same.
Facts. And she been through what she been through, so she's entitled to her opinion.
Right, I can't tell her story. I mean, you probably have a lot of women who will say certain things, I guess, African American culture. You may get some African American women to say probably some negative things, as she said.
Right, but she feel like she can because she is a black woman, and she has been in probably some black communities, and she feel how she feel. She got black family members and things like that, so that's why she feel like she can say that. But it is offensive, of course, and also what makes it offensive, the fact she's dating Caucasian men. So it's like, I switched over because black men ain't doing this and this and this, you know.
Well, she said go where you're loved. So
okay, and that's positive.
She feel like that's
where her love is.
That's where her love is. She didn't have the love in
much respect
in the black community.
Much respect to her. I mean, I date.
I say date who loves you.
Yeah.
But I don't think that requires me to put another race down because I'm dating who loves you. And say that nobody is over here is for me. Right. Just because I had some bad experiences in this area. And
no, that's facts. Like,
she could have left it out.
Yeah, because I've dated Caucasian. I haven't really dated nothing other than that. I dated African American and Caucasian for the most part. And I mean, it's differences in people in general.
Right.
It's all about what you've been through. If you've been through something, you're going to say, if you've been through something negative that hurt you, you're going to say you're not going to do it again. So at the moment when something negative happened with her and the Caucasian guy, she's going to say she's not dating Caucasian men anymore. Right. Especially if it happened more than once. Yeah. So that's how we operate as human beings, you know? So she just felt a lot of negativity probably dating black men.
From her own culture.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but
all black men act the same.
There we go. You said it, where if something happened in this race with the white guys, then you'll have to say, don't date them. I feel like different races come up under sometimes different cultures. But let's say that a Caucasian guy raised in a predominantly black environment and household may have certain characteristics of the predominantly African American community. Yeah. And vice versa. You have to go off people being people. And going where you celebrate it is just a very good way of looking at it, but it doesn't have a race on that. Yeah. It don't have a race on that.
Well, I wish them the best because I know how hard it can be, especially in the beginning, to be an interracial couple and how people can judge you and how you can pretty much get nervous and judge yourself, you know, and think people care. But a lot of times people don't care, but it's always a stigma on something. But man, hey, enjoy it.
Enjoy you. Do you. Yeah. I'm all for her doing her. But I think the meltdown over the African-American men was just unnecessary. But it's her truth, I guess.
Well, like we say, maybe she was going through a little something at the time or might have been having a little drinky drink and that caused her to be a little bit more emotional. I mean, I don't know, you know, but yeah.
Just show up. I said, Kay.
That's she said. What else she said?
Water, tears,
she said, just show up and what else?
Show up for us and they, you know, take care of families and their women, their wives, and like, you know, looking at all cheaters and, you know, she was coming out very racist herself. At this point, are you for the culture or not? Are you?
She was very opinionated. She just been hurt. This just come from pain, y'all. When people do that, that's pain. She just probably got hurt by a couple black men, and she's looking at all black men like they're the same, but that's not true. It's a psychology thing.
Some of her friends dealing with African American men too. She's looking at that and like she just threw y'all under the bus. And I hate that. I hate that for her because you got to be optimistic. You got to have some kind of faith, and you just got to believe in the inevitable. And I believe that that's not true. I know just in my personal family, some black men that care about their children and their wives.
Nah, for real.
I know that's not true.
Nah, for real, facts. It's some good guys out here, man. It is. I get where she's trying to come, you know what she's trying to say, but it's some good guys out here, and it's some guys that's focused and that's about their business too. All right, well I guess we can wrap it up then. So this is gonna be the end of this live. We're gonna have another one coming, but yeah, this is a good one. We talked about a lot of stuff. We threw a lot of tea out there, covered a lot of topics. Please leave a comment if there's anything y'all want us to talk about, go over. We want to feel like y'all are part of this just like us. We are running a Cam DIY live and a Cam DIY. If you like the IIC podcast, y'all just share, comment. If you like what me and Gorgeous have to say, tune in with us, man. We need y'all feedback.
Like, share, and subscribe. All that good stuff.
Yep, turn us up and we'll be back, y'all.
Turn us on the radio. Put us on the big screen. All right.
And we still want to be on Tyler Perry.
Oh, yeah. You're going to have to make it to Georgia or something, I guess.
We got to go
meet him halfway.
Facts. We out. Peace.
All right.